your dreams are important, at least to you, if nobody on this face of the earth but you. In general, I think purpose of life is nothing. Hello everyone, welcome to my new vlog and talk series where I talk about a lot of things you might be interested in, you never know. So for this topic, I would want to talk about the realization which I had yesterday. It's yesterday which I had realization. So I just counted, like for example, if I live for 60 years, from now, how many days will I have to live? Like, will I have on this earth? So it came amount, around 13,000. So that 13,000 is something like a rough figure because it's been 2 months also. 24 plus 2 months, with that is how old I am currently. 10,000 days is all I have on this earth if we take an average of 60. And which I thought is so less. It is just so less to see the life in general. Like, there are so many things I would want to do, there are so many things life would want me to get, and I have 13,000 days. It just got me in a way that I can't tell you. So lately I've also, my Instagram got hacked. I do not have any access to social media, so basically only the known people who know me very much, they can talk to me, right, on WhatsApp, and that's all I have. Cut down the YouTube also. I used to scroll on YouTube a lot. That also I have cut it down. I switched to Spotify. I listen to podcasts because I was always a lot in podcasts, so I like to listen rather than to watch and all. And that is the reason I left watching movies also, because it's a lot in general to see 2 hours something, and I have tried to cut down the social media, and other than that I would say I have not made any progress in general with my body or even the reading habit. I believe, depending upon my mood, I used to read books, I used to read I used to listen to the podcast. Like, if it's morning, I would listen to Bhagavad Gita, and if it's afternoon, then I'll maybe read some book, and in the evening I would like to read something which is British literature kind of books. So I was like that. Though I would say it was COVID time, I was way too free to do anything in my life that time, but I really like that phase of my life. So I think knowledge in general lets you to talk about a lot. So given in my case, I'm in sales, so I tend to meet a lot of people and from a lot of dimensions. So to keep the conversation going, you need to have some depth. Like, for example, either you can listen to what they say or reciprocate and talk simultaneously, so they build an interest and they look forward to even meet you on the second time. So you need to be a bit interesting to hold on the conversation. So, and you can develop that interest if you have something to talk about, like something, not just ki what you are, what your nails is, and like what your clothes are, but in general, like books, culture, life, history, geography, whatever your forte is. So I don't know if you've read Chanakya Niti. So there was this thing in his book that आपका एक भी दिन ऐसा है जो आप ज्ञान में अर्जित नहीं करते, या उसमें व्यतीत नहीं करते हो ज्ञान में, तो वो आपका दिन नष्ट समझो आप. So फिर then I realized कि यार there are so many days which I have just wasted, like completely wasted with social media or lying around. And then again, I sleep a lot, so that 13,000 days will amount to half if I sleep 12 hours, and then I have only 12 hours to live the life. Like, even if you do the half of it, like what do I remain with? Barely 7,000 days, 7,000, 8,000 days in general. So that really shocked me in a way. I don't know, it moved me. I don't have infinite days. I have very finite days to be what I want to be. And though the whole purpose of life, I think it varies from person to person, and in general I think purpose of life is nothing. It's just what you can give it to. Like, for example, 4 generations down the line, nobody will even remember like who was Pooja Singh, who they. I don't even remember me, remembering my great grandmom something. I don't even know her name. So same will happen with my future generation also, right? So everything which I do or I don't do is for this Pooja Singh only, right? I want to address this one thing, that I come from a family where I've never been forced to do anything. Like, there was no as such expectation from my family's end to for me to be something. That I have seen a lot of kids, they get pressurized from their parents that you have to do this or become that and chase these dreams and goals. My family was never like that. My family was always taken back and they were like, hey, do what you want to do, let's see where you go. So it just, in a way, vague way, I landed where I landed, right? It's just the few bits and pieces of the choices which made me come here, whatever position I'm there in Pooja Singh's body for 24-year-old, right? So, but then there are a lot of expectations which I have with myself. Like, I want to go Italy. That's one of my dream. I also wanted to go Egypt as a child when I was a kid. I really loved Egyptian culture and civilization. I always wanted to explore that side of the thing of that country. So those things excited me a lot. Like, I remember being concrete and competitive, and things have slowly changed and the mediocrity has kicked in, because as an adult you just start accepting facts and figures, like, and the kid does not see, the kid can see limitless potential, but when you are in adult life it becomes like a paradox, and you are in a box and you have to think in a certain way. So I think that is what happens. But then for 7,000 or 8,000 days, whichever I have, for 60 years, it's just hypothetical. Maybe I can live, 70, 80 years old Pooja as well. That is, another story. On an average, I'm saying I would, if सही सही सलामत रहे अगर मेरे willingly आप मुझे पूछो तो I would like to live 60 years. That's fine for me. So in that 7,000 days, if I just keep on spending my time like uselessly and motivation and everything, and half of the time like mindlessly, where it will be nothing. At least there are like very few goals and dreams of mine. At least in the 7,000 days, I would like to achieve that, and 13,000 days. So yeah, that was just a random thought, and like this video is basically for myself. Like, if anybody can find value from this, it's great. If you can understand what kind of mindset I'm trying to talk about here. But so yeah, this video would be for myself. So if I can look back, if I am feeling down any time in my life, I can just see that I have finite days and that's all I have. And same goes to you. I don't know how old are you, but you can calculate and you can see how many days you have in your life, and you can just act accordingly, because those things are important. Your dreams are important, at least to you. If nobody on this face of the earth but you, those things are important. And don't let it go by like the days, So that is what I want to leave you with, something. If you find any value with this video, give a thumbs up, and I'll see you in next vlog. Thank you so much.